So good evening, everyone. Those who are listening to us on Zoom as well as live on Facebook, I welcome all of you on behalf of Sinotech and American Corner. So hello, everyone. This is Dr. Megha Bhatt, founder Sinotech, an experiential learning center, Ahmedabad, Gujarat, India. And I'm so pleased that we have an audience today, not only from restricted to Gujarat, but we also have people joining us from all over the world. So thank you again for the same. And why not? Because we have a wonderful speaker today. And the issue itself is, so delicate that I think the conversation or the interaction, what we are going to be having with Dr. Manan Thakrar, who is a fantastic speaker. And before Tejal Ben introduces him, I think I'm over to Tejal Ben. Tejal Ben is the person who handles American Corner Ahmedabad. So over to you, Tejal Ben.
Namaskar, good evening. As Salil Bhai mentioned in the introduction, it's Father's Day tomorrow, and we are celebrating, the parenthood and जैसे माँ का जितना रोल है उतना ही पिताजी का भी रोल है, and we really would like to wish all the handsome fathers out here in the group a very happy Father's Day. Namaskar again. My name is Tejal Vasavda. I'm representing Indo-American Education Society and I'm heading American Library here. आप सब हमें पहचानते हैं, हम और Sinotech, we are like एक बिजाना पूरक थी है, and we keep organizing such events. And today, this is the time we thought that it's high time that we talk about parenting, especially for pandemic, just जो situation चल रही है. And then who else can be the right person who could just give the proper justice to the subject and who could help the parents and all of us is Dr. Manan Thakrar. Dr. Manan Thakrar is a very good friend. He is the youngest TED Talk speaker. He's a stand-up comedian. He's MD psychiatrist and MRCP Psychiatria UK. So he's joining us from London, and Manan, we would like to thank you because I don't know whether you would like it or not, but Manan was hospitalized and he came in last night. And here he goes, here he is with us. So thank you so much, and we salute you for your energy and your enthusiasm. And thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you so much, Sinotech, for always giving American Corner different topics to help the students, youth, parents, and society. Over to you, Dr. Manan Thakrar.
Thank you so much, Tejal, for having me. Thank you so much, Megha ma'am, for having me. These are two institutions which have always inspired me, be it American Corner and be it Sinotech. I have had the honor and privilege of visiting Sinotech myself. I've visited American Corner as well. And these are two institutions which are the dream of the people who run it. You can see Megha ma'am in every corner of Sinotech, and you can see Tejal in every corner of American Corner. So these are works of passion. And it's always an honor, privilege to be associated with you guys. I'm really looking forward to today's event. We usually have very interactive, very live events. And yes, it's on Father's Day Eve. I was struggling a bit with my health, but my father is here. There have been a lot of events where I've paid tributes to my mom, but I just realized that there hasn't ever been an event where I've told ke, Papa yaar, aa tamari jode thi shikhyo chu. So I've learned from him ke, no matter what struggles or what difficult times you're going through, you have to keep the show running, you have to keep working hard, and you have to give your work your 100%. So happy Father's Day to everyone out there, and I'm really looking forward to today's event.
Thank you again, Manan Bhai, for being with us. And thank you, Tejal Ben, for such wonderful introduction for Manan Bhai. And he absolutely deserves every word what you said. So Manan Bhai, welcome again. And on behalf of all of us, and parents are actually waiting, to hear you. So you can be multilingual in whatever language the question is being asked. You can definitely, make sure that you are, I know that you can speak any language, all the three, you are very comfortable. So feel free. You can even, use mixed language. so that all the parents who are listening to us can understand. There are parents from outside Ahmedabad also, as I rightly said, people from Delhi and other cities who are with us in online education. They have also joined. So probably they may not understand Gujarati, but of course, Hindi and English, we can, anytime, please feel free to. Yeah. So my very first question, a single minute, I think the very first question which parents, my dear parents, now one humble request to all of you, we had asked parents to send questions, okay? And most of them, those which I'm going to be asking to Manan Bhai, all of them are being sent by our very own parents. Most of the questions and most of the queries are very similar, for most of us as parents. So I think it may get served, but if anything specific you wish to ask, please feel free to write in the chat box. Manan Bhai is very open for the, immediate extempore answering also. So that we will be addressing at end of the program, right? So let me start with the very first question. So one parent has asked that, how do we, my child is in grade 5 right now, so 10-year-old, and how do we identify the skills or the talent which is there in a child so that we can focus and decide the career for him or her right from childhood?
Right. So this is a very interesting question. And this is something which we struggle with in our education system, at least given the current form that it is in, isn't it? Because we don't have the infrastructure for all the various different aptitudes. दो चीजें होती है, एक होता है एटीट्यूड और एक होता है एप्टीट्यूड. ये दोनों साइंटिफिक टर्म्स है, थोड़ी जार्गनी है, बट थोड़ा मैं इसमें डेप्थ में अगर जाएंगे तो पता चलेगा. एटीट्यूड इज अपना माइंडसेट या अपना पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू क्या है किसी भी चीज को लेके, कि मैं आज क्लास पढ़ने के लिए बैठ रहा हूँ या मैं आज नया टॉपिक पढ़ने के लिए बैठ रहा हूँ, तो व्हाट इज माय एटीट्यूड, हाउ रिसेप्टिव आई एम, हाउ विजिलेंट आई एम, व्हाट इज माय माइंडसेट फॉर इट. ये सब चीजें बताती है कि मेरा एटीट्यूड क्या है. एप्टीट्यूड क्या होता है, मेरी एक इनहेरेंट लाइकिंग एंड एफिशिएंसी फॉर अ पर्टिकुलर टॉपिक. ये दोनों चीजें बहुत अलग है. लाइकिंग भी होना चाहिए और एफिशिएंसी भी होना चाहिए. वी ऑल हैव लाइकिंग्स फॉर अ लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स, बट आर वी एफिशिएंट at it as well? And if we are efficient at it, do we enjoy it enough to sustain it over our lifetimes, as considering it to be our long-term profession and creating an income out of it? तो ये तीन चीजें समझना बहुत जरूरी है कि एप्टीट्यूड किस चीज का है बच्चे में, उसको कितना नरिश कर सकते हैं ताकि वो और ज्यादा सस्टेन कर पाए या ज्यादा फ्लरिश कर पाए, और उसके अगले वाला स्टेप ये होगा कि शुड दैट थिंग बी कंसिडर्ड एज अ हॉबी और शुड दैट बी कन्वर्टेड इनटू अ लॉन्ग टाइम प्रोफेशन एज वेल. मुझे ड्राइविंग का बहुत शौक है. ड्राइविंग इज लाइक थेरेपी फॉर मी. मैं जब भी कंफ्यूज हो जाता हूँ या मेरी लाइफ में कोई इश्यूज चल रहे होते हैं या आई एम थिंकिंग अबाउट समथिंग डिफिकल्ट, तो व्हेन आई गो फॉर अ ड्राइव, तो आई फील कंफर्टेबल, आई फील हैप्पी. डज दैट मीन दैट आई स्टार्ट परस्यूइंग इट एज माय करियर? मैं डॉक्टर बनना छोड़ के ड्राइवर बन जाऊं? सो इट इज लाइक दैट कि आप कब किसी चीज को हॉबी बोलोगे और कब किसी चीज को कंपैरेटिवली परस्यू करोगे. अभी इन मोर इवॉल्व्ड एजुकेशन सिस्टम्स एक ऐसा इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर है कि कोई भी डेवलप्ड कंट्री में ऐसा इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर है कि कोई भी स्पोर्ट्स का किसी बच्चे को एप्टीट्यूड है तो वो पता चल जाता है बाय एंड लार्ज. अगर आप में से किसी के बच्चों को स्पोर्ट्स का एप्टीट्यूड है तो वो एप्टीट्यूड क्रिकेट का होगा या बैडमिंटन का होगा या टेबल टेनिस का होगा, ये आपको बाद में पता चलेगा. From what I understand, it is the mother of a 5-year-old, a fifth grader asking this question.
Yes.
So by 5th grade, you would know that the child has an aptitude for sports. Because Sachin Tendulkar भले क्रिकेट इंटरनेशनल लेवल पे खेल सकता है, बट वो नेशनल इंटरनेशनल लेवल पे टेबल टेनिस तो खेल ही सकता है, बैडमिंटन तो खेल ही सकता है, क्योंकि उनका स्पोर्ट्स का एप्टीट्यूड इतना ज्यादा अच्छा है. फिर उसमें the sport that he has chosen and his natural aptitude is, and the one that he has disciplined over a span of years and decades, is then cricket. But you would see your child outperforming everyone else by a long margin without any formal training or competition, if the child has an aptitude for a certain thing, be it a sport, be it a musical instrument, or be it studies itself. We see children who are amazing at studies with the same level of coaching and same level of education, still doing far better than some other children would, because they have an aptitude for academia. तो इस चीज से आपको पता चल जाएगा कि आपके बच्चे का एप्टीट्यूड क्या है. हमारे यहाँ फॉर्मलाइज टेस्टिंग नहीं होता है एप्टीट्यूड का, but this can give you an edge, and then you can discuss with your teacher, the one who is experienced. Like you guys are lucky to have Megha ma'am in your life, so you can discuss it with her. She can give you, in a city like Ahmedabad, there are always opportunities to explore, and there are sports academies, there are musical academies. आप वो explore कर सकते हो, and then based on how much he or she is willing to sustain that thing over a period of years, उस चीज में then give him or her a platform which you know objectively ki he or she is gifted at. You are not wasting time. You give them a couple of years. You see as to how they are performing compared to the other people who are gifted in that field. कोई भी इंसान को इंजीनियर बनने और रणजी ट्रॉफी के क्रिकेटर बनने में चूज करना पड़े तो, to no offense to anyone, but 70 to 80% of parents would choose that their child becomes an above average engineer, so that he or she can sustain a family life which is sustainable to the next generation.
True.
So that is how you would want to go about it. Just इसको ये चीज का बड़ा शौक है, इसलिए doing nothing about it is also not the right thing. And पढ़ाई पे एकदम फोकस छोड़ देना because उसको क्रिकेट खेलना अच्छा लगता है is also not the right thing to do. देखिए कि उसका एप्टीट्यूड क्या है, वो बिहेवियर कितना सस्टेनेबल है, और फिर आप अपने आप को पूछिए कि इज दैट एक्स्ट्राऑर्डिनरी टैलेंट एफिशिएंट इनफ और आउट परफॉर्मिंग इनफ टू इट बी सस्टेन्ड एज अ प्रोफेशन थ्रू आउट हिज और हर लाइफ. एंड इफ सो, देन मेक श्योर दैट यू गिव देम द राइट प्लेटफॉर्म. You would know if your child is gifted in some field or the other. If by any chance you have missed out, your teacher would definitely know that your child is gifted in one field or the other. There is no doubt about it.
True.
What would you say, ma'am? आपको यही लगेगा ना शायद?
In fact, I would really like to add in something. I was going to say that at the end, but since you have asked me, for personal reasons, my son is a pianist actually, and he plays very beautiful piano since childhood. But we have not exposed him much to the outside world by putting all the videos and everywhere. But, at one point when he was 12 years old, he was really, and today also he was very crazy about even football. So in school, it was like more than music. It was always football and football. So Salil used to always tell him that you try and identify that if there are 10 people standing, and if only one is chosen for football, it may not be you. But if 1,000 people are standing together, and if one is chosen, but still if it is piano, it will be you. So now try to identify your aptitude and towards something. So I think that is the correct example I could give from my side personally. So thank you, Manan bhai. It was a fantastic answer, I guess, what you gave. Pointing to the second question, again, it is from a 10-year-old. So a parent is asking that currently my 10-year-old just likes to interrupt in everything because of the age probably that we as parents wish to discuss. So how do we make him understand that sometimes it is good to avoid interrupting in certain conversations? And being a single child, normally that is the case that, the child does not have his or her own sibling to play or something like that. Then they are always present when the parents are conversing. So how would you address that question?
Interruption is one of the symptoms which we see very commonly in the pre-teenage and in children and adolescent age group. So repeated interruption is something. Repeated interruption is something that you will see a lot of children having if you go and explore different drawing rooms. A couple of things to focus on in that is उसके साथ साथ hyperactivity के, impulsivity के, inattention के कितने और symptoms हैं. So I'll tell you what is pathological, what is normal, and then how to differentiate between the two, and then how to make sure that we are channelizing in the right way. अगर along with repeated interruption, there are symptoms of hyperactivity in the form of not being able to sit at a place. If that is in a couple of different settings as well, like it being at school, it being in the tuitions, it being at any educational institute, it being at home as well. And that not only being as regards to studies, but also being in regards to things that he or she likes doing, like just sitting and watching the television. अगर ये सभी चीजों में हाइपर एक्टिविटी है, साथ साथ में इम्पल्सिविटी भी आउट ऑफ कंट्रोल है, जैसे कि रोड क्रॉस कर रहे हैं पर वो हाथ छोड़ के दौड़ने लगेगा, कॉन्स्टेंटली यहां से वहां भागता रहता है, टीचर्स, फैमिली मेंबर्स, सब लोग थक चुके हैं, बट फिर भी उसकी एनर्जी खत्म नहीं होती है, वो किसी को हार्म नहीं करता है, बट ही एंड्स अप पुटिंग हिमसेल्फ और हरसेल्फ एट रिस्क बिकॉज ऑफ दिस बिहेवियर. एंड ऐसा नहीं है कि वो अटेंशन नहीं दे पा रहा है, ऐसा नहीं है कि वो समझ नहीं पा रहा है, बट ऐसा है कि वो अटेंशन नहीं दे पा रहा है, मीनिंग कि हिज ब्रेन इज रियली शार्प, but he is not able to sustain attention over a period of time. He is able to initiate attention, but he is not able to sustain attention over a period of time. तो अगर ये तीन symptoms उनके साथ है, along with the repeated interruption, there is hyperactivity, impulsivity, and inattention, then you are looking at the cluster of ADHD, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. ये थोड़ा pathological side पे हुआ, but 70 to 80% of the times ये जो आप interruption, repeated interruption बोल रहे हो, if it is not clustered with these other symptoms which are hampering a child's life, if these things are hampering a child's personal development, social development, professional development, तो ये pathology में गया. 70 to 80% of the times, in fact 90% of the times, this is not pathological. This is a part of growing up. So what you would do regarding that? You would make sure that you don't encourage it. Specifically, I have seen in Gujarati neighborhoods and Gujarati families what to do. Amaro chokro to bahut tofani. Amaro chokro to tofani kanudo chhe. What we are doing is we are encouraging that behavior. At 10 places, if you encourage that behavior, and if at the 11th place, if as a mother, you are happy with your child interrupting your mother-in-law, interrupting your father, interrupting your father-in-law, interrupting his friends, being dominant and aggressive around his friends, but you are not okay with him interrupting you. That is not how it works. It has to be a single rule discipline for everyone, and it has to be consistent. Because what happens is when children notice inconsistency, they get very confused. They cannot understand the interpersonal conflicts that you have with your mother-in-law, or you have with your husband, or the prejudices that you have for someone, which is why you are permitting him to behave in a certain way with person A, but not permitting him to behave in a certain way with yourself. So if you keep the yardstick similar for everyone, if you make sure that interruption is not something that is good, and you are not allowed to do that with anyone, you have to be well behaved and well mannered. You have to not encourage being impulsive. તોફાની હોવું એ કોમ્પ્લિમેન્ટ નથી. હા, શાંત કે એકદમ મરિયલ હોવું એ પણ સારું નથી, પણ તોફાની હોવું એ પણ કોઈ કોમ્પ્લિમેન્ટ નથી. So by and large, Gujarati parents, and the reason why I said a sentence, took that liberty to say one sentence in Gujarati, is because this is something that I'm sure you also see a lot of Gujarati parents do, is pride upon being their child being very impulsive and very tofani. So there is a certain line you can permit. You can enjoy the child era of a child. You can permit it. You can talk between yourselves and say કે હા યાર કેવી મજા આવે છે, એને આપણે માણીએ છીએ, એ પણ એનું બાળપણ માણે છે ને હું પણ એનું બાળપણ માણું છું, પણ એને એન્કરેજ કરવું એ એક અલગ વસ્તુ થઈ.
બહુ સરસ. ઇનફેક્ટ એટલા બધા લોકોને આનો જવાબ મળ્યો હશે. Not one question, trust me, must be the problem with so many of them. Anyway, so the next question is like the psychology of the child who has lost one of the parent at a very young age, and how to take care of the stated, unstated, and hidden needs of that kind of child, especially when the child is just 10 years. And suppose if the child is introvert enough what to watch for in behaviors to know if the child is suffering from inside, or how to help the child open up and deal with the same, please?
This is something which is a new challenge in India, given the COVID era, isn't it? This is something which people in UK or people in developed countries, we have people from Canada joining us. So we have people from developed countries where divorce rates are very common. 50% of marriages end in divorce. So usually children are brought up, 1 in 2 children are brought up by single parents. So this is something which we can take a leaf out of their book and see as to how or what we can learn from that. Not all the learnings will be applicable to our cultural background and everything, but we can see as to how do children end up growing there. So what we end up seeing is that children who are brought up by single parents, by and large, do well. Being a single parent is not the end of the world. It is a very, very challenging process. It is something which is very difficult to imagine. And it is, given today's day and era, and given how much sexism still prevails in India, being a single parent and specifically being a single mother has its umpteen number of said and unsaid challenges.
True.
By and large, it is always good if a child gets a family. Even if it means having a stepfather or stepmother rather than not having a mother or father at all. It is definitely better. But there are circumstances where that is also not possible, that might take time and all those things. Because by and large, even you are better as a parent when you have companionship. A lot of people stay in that guilt of not wanting to remarry after the death of their spouse because they feel it would be unfair to the child. And they stay in that guilt if I'm doing it for my selfish reasons. It is very important for us to acknowledge that you will be able to take care of your child when you are happy and content with yourself. Needing companionship, wanting companionship, being happy is not a crime, is not something that you should feel guilty about. So if you choose to remarry, if you choose to have companionship, that is not wrong. I know this is appealing or answering to a very niche audience because we don't have a lot of people, but it is very important to get this point through. And
Thank you very much.
The second thing is that when that situation is not possible, when you are a single parent, having maximum exposure to society, sooner or later, a child or a person has to deal with the death of one of their parents. There are certain lessons that we learn at an early age and certain lessons that you and I will also learn at a very later age. कुछ चीजें हम लोगों ने भी बहुत जल्दी सीख ली थी because some of us were bullied. Whereas some things some of us have never had to face because we were never bullied. We were always the person who used to bully others. So there are things that we have learned very early on, and there are things that we will learn very later on, and there are things which we will never need to learn. We will never need to learn कि खेती कैसे करनी है, क्योंकि हमको तो we live in the post-industrial era. हम लोग को तो खेती का जितना भी प्रोड्यूस होता है वो सब अब मिल जाता है. तो this skill set of how to live without a parent, a child will have to learn early on and survive in the society. So even if your child is introvert, just making sure that he still is a very active part of the society, not pushing him to go out and do things and go out and interact with people, but just letting him be. जो भी उसको ऑर्गेनिकली है, अगर उसको ऑर्गेनिकली आ रहा है कि बातें करनी है, बाहर जाना है, ट्यूशंस में जाना है, तो there are a lot of parents who would avoid that for the embarrassment or thinking कि वहां पे तू जाएगा तो लोग तुझे 5 टाइप के क्वेश्चन पूछेंगे, तुझे 5 टाइप की नौकरी होगी, फिर उनके जवाब मुझे देने में तकलीफ होगी, तो it is better कि you are homeschooled. That is not, क्योंकि वो that is just us shielding the child from something which he or she has to face. And ये सब questions उसके mind में 2-4 महीने में आ ही जाएंगे. But we are stopping the growth in 10 other departments because of this. Just let him be. However much questions he or she is asked, it's a part of the process. Answer them to the best of your capacity. Tell ki there are certain things, well, I'm probably not the best person at answering. These things you would have enjoyed more if you had a father. Hopefully one day you will grow up and you will make sure that you're a great father. What has been seen is that children who have been brought up by single parents, a guy who has been brought up in a household where he has not had a father is usually an amazing father. A girl who has been brought up in a household where she has not got a mother is usually an amazing mother. So they would compensate for it. So just let them be. Organically, wo bhi aata hai.
Just like working moms. Just like working moms, we keep on feeling that I'm not able to do enough. I'm not able to do nice recipes for my child. Just like, other ladies keep on doing who are at home. So you tend to do so much in the weekends, much more to compensate that. It's exactly similar, I guess. The next question is like, how do we make a child independent enough? And also how much and in what kind of activity independence is to be done and where not to be done, and how to decide that. And the child is just 6 years old.
See, independence is a very subjective term, isn't it? And that is where this question stems from, ki kitna control de child ko. This is something again which is very क्या बोलते हैं, different in different households, and there is no right formula to gauge the independence. हमारी पहले की जनरेशन, माने जो हमारी जनरेशन है, उसमें it was a very parental way of parenting. तो वो जो था वो एकदम authoritarian था कि you are allowed to do these things and you are not allowed to do these things. अगर वो नहीं करोगे तो क्या होगा, पापा को फोन होगा, एंड पापा को फोन होगा इज द एंड ऑफ द कॉन्वर्सेशन, क्योंकि हम डर के बैठ जाते थे कि पापा को फोन होगा तो इसके आगे आई एम नॉट, मेरा थिंकिंग ही उसके आगे का नहीं है, क्योंकि इसके आगे मैं सोचूंगा तो पापा को फोन होगा. Whereas my sister was just 5 years, is just 5 years younger to me, and when my mother used to threaten her with पापा को फोन करेंगे, she used to walk up to the call and call papa and say कि I have ABC complaints against my mom. है ना? तो it has changed so much over the past 5, 10, 15, 20 years what independence means and what you are allowed to do and what you're not allowed to do. In the internet era, you cannot have independence, or you cannot restrict a child to not having screen time at all. We will have to see what domains of independence are we talking about. If we are talking in the sense of कि मैं इंटरनेट जब भी चालू करूं तो मैं तेरे बाजू में बैठी हूं या मैं तेरे बाजू में बैठा हूं, तभी you are allowed to do internet. It's not going to work. You being a working couple, you being a person who has 10 other responsibilities and things to take care of, you are not going to be able to do it. Whatever abuse of internet that you think your child is capable of doing, trust me, he or she has already done it long time back. And you thinking कि मैं ये prevent कर दूंगा या prevent कर दूंगी is not going to prevent it. ज्यादा से ज्यादा बच्चा क्या करेगा, फेसबुक पे अकाउंट बना लेगा, 2 टाइप के porn देख लेगा when he or she gets into teenage, when he or she has that craving. These are all a part of natural growing up process.
True.
पहले लोग रेलवे स्टेशन पे जाके बुक्स और मैगजीन्स वगैरह खरीदते थे, उसका नया वर्जन आ गया इंटरनेट. तो वो जो सब ग्रोइंग अप के पार्ट्स एंड पार्सल्स हैं, दे आर स्टिल अ पार्ट एंड पार्सल. इंडिपेंडेंस विथ रिगार्ड्स टू it hampering a person's safety is where you would draw the line ideally. Where you feel ki this is something which would hamper the person's, my child's safety, is where one would draw the line, an objective line on independence. Otherwise, uske alawa, aapke ghar mein mutually between your husband and wife, whatever things you decide, ki I want my child to be this independent at this age, I'm comfortable with my child having a financial independence of spending 2,000 rupees a week. And I have seen children who have the financial independence of spending 10,000 rupees a week. And neither of them are satisfied. एक story थी पता है कि अगर एक यहाँ पे आप एक वो stick लेते हो और उस stick से गाय को बांधते हो, तो you tie a knot around this stick and tie the cow to this stick. And the cow is allowed to move इतने area में. The cow will always want to move थोड़ा आगे. फिर आपने थोड़ा रस्सी का लेंथ बढ़ा दिया तो still cow would want to move just a little bit more than that. Your child is going to be like that, and if you think थोड़ा डिटेल में या थोड़ा डेप्थ में, तो एक शायर ने भी कहा है कि हर घर में खुशी में, हर घर में खुशी के लिए एक कमरा कम है. हर इंसान को ऐसा लगता है कि मेरे घर में एक कमरा और हो जाए ना तो मैं हैप्पी हो जाऊं. That is where my happiness lies. So everyone will want a little bit more in their life, but that's all right as long as you and your spouse have comfort regarding that level of independence and it is not hampering the child's safety.
Wonderful. Wonderful. I think the next question is so much relevant, and that's why I'm skipping one question and we'll come back to that one. But here it says that, hello, my daughter is 15-year-old and I do not understand how to handle her. And I think she has no respect for the parents, especially mom. She feels that she does not know anything. Back answering is becomes so common, and sometimes does not eat food in time, does not get up in time. And I'm really, really upset and worried, about the future of my daughter. And because she's not listening to me, I really feel that iska kya hoga? Main kya karu, sir? That is the question.
Right. So the symptoms that we are getting to learn of are those of disobedience and disregard for authority, है ना? ज्यादातर जो सिम्टम्स हमने बोले वो डिसोबीडियंस है और डिसरिगार्ड फॉर अथॉरिटी. अब बच्चे को ये सब चीजें कहां से सीखने को मिलती है? These are all things that a child observes and learns. Telling a child to act in a way which is opposite the way we act is not going to give us any results. बच्चा वो नहीं करेगा जो हम कहेंगे, बच्चा वो करेगा जो हम करेंगे. तो ये चीज उसने कहीं ना कहीं घर पे देखी है. उसने रिपीटेडली अपनी मम्मी का इंसल्ट होते और अपनी मम्मी की ऑथोरिटी या इंटेलिजेंस या कॉम्पिटेंस को क्वेश्चन होते डे इन एंड डे आउट सालों से देखा है. इसलिए he has grown up to eventually not respect the competence or hard work or the contribution that the mother gives to the child, to the household. This is always going to be modeled from someone. ये चीज काफी मैंने घर में देखी है जहां पे the mother is a housewife, father is a working woman, and they have a son and a daughter both, and usually the daughter ends up treating the mother very badly. क्योंकि बेटी तो माँ की लाड़की होती है एकदम, पापा की लाड़की होती है एकदम. बेटी is the only person in the house who can fire the father as well. But there is complete disregard for the mother because everyone in the household has seen their mother not being appreciated. Now, if you move to countries which are more developed, these countries are valuing the contribution of a housewife, yeah, householder, much more than our country right now is. Being a homemaker is a full-time profession. It is not a full-time paid profession, is what we don't respect.
Very nicely said, yes. Very nice.
Well, it is a full-time profession and it is something which is very appreciated, which should be appreciated, which should be respected. And वो आएगा तो ये चीजें automatically solve हो जाएंगी. But yeah, there is no shortcut to solving this thing. It has to be a modeled behavior. And the day he starts seeing everyone in the house respect your mother, she will start being respected by the daughter.
Perfect. So next question is in Gujarati. That મારી daughter 8 વર્ષની છે અને એનું બિહેવિયર હમણાંથી બહુ અજીબ હોય છે. લાઈક એને નોર્મલી પણ કશા માટે ઇન્સ્ટ્રક્શન આપીએ અરે ના કહીએ તો એ મારી સાથે ચીસો પાડીને વાત કરે છે. She shouts and then she starts crying. She's like, as if she's insulting me. And sometimes I feel that she's trying to copy her younger brother who is a 3-year-old. And I mostly keep silence. But I feel really bad when she's calm. I try to explain things in a gentle tone, but it doesn't work. લડવું મારવું એને કોઈ અસર નથી થતી. હું શું કરું તો એને મારી વાત સમજાય અને એ મને થોડું સાંભળે, સર.
Right. So one of the children is 15 years and the other child is 3 years, right?
This child is 5-year-old.
5 years. Okay, I understood 15 years.
No, 15 years was the earlier one, sir.
Okay, so one child is 5 years and the other child is 3 years.
3 years, yes.
And do they have any other children, or are we not aware about it?
No, we are aware about it. They don't have any other children.
Those are the only. So one of the things that the 5-year-old child, you have a pretty standard gap between the two children, which is 2 years, which is by and large pretty much the gap that usually people have. 2 to 4 years is a standard gap which people have. One thing that your 5-year-old child is dealing with right now is the beginning of sibling rivalry. She has just come to terms with the fact that her parents are now being shared by another child. That child happens to be their sibling, but she is mimicking those behaviors of her sibling, which are taking away the attention from her. तो जो भी behavior उसका भाई कर रहा है, जिससे उसको बहुत ज्यादा attention मिल रहा है और खुद से attention चला जा रहा है, वो behavior वो mimic कर रही है. तो at the age of 5 you won't be able to reason with her. ऐसा भी कोई तोड़ नहीं है या ऐसी भी कोई चीज नहीं है जिससे sibling rivalry खत्म हो जाए. Sibling rivalry, if channelized in the right way, is a healthy thing. It will only push both your children to achieve more and be better individuals.
Sure.
But the thing that we discussed last time as well is promoting unity between them. Playing games in which they both are a part of the same team. Having that non-verbal communication where they both need to stick by each other to survive. They both need to take each other's side. Giving that non-verbal message to them in the form of games, in the form of activities, in the form of conversations is what is going to do the trick to manage this sibling rivalry. It is not going to go away. We have to manage this sibling rivalry and channelize it. So it is not going to be able to easy to reason with it or argue or discipline it out of a person. We have to channelize it and make them realize that they are in each other's team. They're not fighting against each other.
In fact, last time when you answered this question, I could relate it so much because I have my younger brother just the gap of 1.5 years. And it used to be always me and Papa, and he will be a partner with my mommy, even if we are playing cards. So, we never thought about all this psychology that we both were never the partners in any kind of games. But touch wood, I don't know what is the reason, but we really grew well. And still because of he keeps telling that because of the elder sister, probably it's a blessing that you always try and understand me, but it is vice versa too anyway. So thank you again for this beautiful answer, Manan Bhai. And I think now the next question is of the twin parents. So basically they have a twin boys, okay, and one of them hardly talks and his conversations are not very clear. He's unable to express himself and spends time alone, whereas the other one is a chatterbox and hardly he stops talking. And they are both fluent in Hindi, English, as well as Gujarati because of the parents' different languages, father being Gujarati and mom being Hindi speaking. And being in outside country, they are very fluent with English also because of the school. And they both are 7 years. And could that problem be a problem as we keep on insisting to speak only one language, say Gujarati?
7-year-old twins living in a developed country, one being introvert, one being extrovert. With twins, personality differences are pretty common. Twins usually don't have the same types of personalities. You will see a lot of twins who identical or non-identical who have fairly contrasting personalities. We have seen news में अपन देखते हैं कि twins को same type के marks आए, CBSE के exam में, ICA के exam में same type के marks आए. And we usually think कि यार मेरे आजू-बाजू में जो twins है वो तो ऐसे नहीं है. उनकी तो contrasting है, starkly different personalities है. But इसलिए तो वो news में है क्योंकि they were 1 in a lakh or 1 in 10 lakhs. Most of the twins are not like that. Right? Most of the twins have fairly different personalities. They have fairly different identities. They have fairly different ways of thinking as well. Mental health के जितने भी studies हुए हैं, तो ऐसा जरूरी नहीं है कि एक किसी twin को depression हुआ तो दूसरे को भी उतने ही chances हैं depression होने के. क्योंकि even though their life in the mother's womb were the same, their life out of the mother's womb have been fairly different. Even if they live in the same room, just sharing the same bedroom as well. So since their lives are different, their experiences are going to be different, their personalities are going to be different, their choices are going to be different. So if one of them is introvert, one of them is extrovert, and that is just who they are, those things are a part of their personality, and that is not getting in the way of them flourishing as human beings, making their choices, being good human beings, developing their career, so then it is all right. But if it is getting in the way of them progressing, them being age appropriate in their developmental milestones, if that is getting in the way of, and usually kya hota hai ki if one of them is extrovert, the parents usually worry just about the guy who is introvert. काफी बार ऐसा होता है कि the extrovert one is the one that they should have ideally been worried about because वो ज्यादा ही extrovert है.
Right.
तो ऐसा नहीं है कि extrovert है मतलब अच्छा है और introvert है मतलब बुरा है. ऐसा भी हो सकता है कि दोनों ठीक है. ऐसा भी हो सकता है कि extrovert को थोड़ा ज्यादा attention देने की जरूरत है. ऐसा भी हो सकता है कि introvert को भी. तो क्या decide करेगा? What will decide कि who needs attention or is it all right? You keep talking to their educational institute. You see if their developmental milestones are all right. You see if they behave age appropriately with their parents, with family members, with the society, with friends. If they are age appropriate, then it's all right. You don't need to judge them as twins. The entire world is going to do that. As parents, you need to judge them and treat them as individuals.
Thank you so much. I think that was wonderful. And next question is again for a 7-year-old. One of the 7-year-old is extremely scared of noise like emergency vehicles or phones. If there is a different ringtone or any other loud noise, how to explain it to him that it's okay, it's okay to be in a noisy environment, especially if we are in India.
7 years की एज पे फोबियाज होना काफी कॉमन है. And right now, he does not have the age where he could introspectively analyze as to where that phobia comes from. कुछ उसको बचपन में ऐसा कोई at a younger age कोई ऐसा experience हुआ होगा जो एक traumatic event के साथ pair हो गया होगा, या there would have been something which has caused him to feel this way right now, having phobias of loud noises, or it can just be something which has developed naturally over a span of years. By and large, you can expect it to get down within a couple of years. You would want to give it attention if it sustains beyond the age of 12 and it gets in the way of him being able to be himself. अगर ऐसा होता है कि ऐसी आवाज आई at the age of 11-12 years and it takes another 15-20 minutes for him to calm down, या रोते ही रहता है, तो you would want to give it attention. At the age of 7, I wouldn't worry too much about it because having छोटे बड़े phobias while being less than 10 years of age is something which happens quite normally. You would want to give it time. You would want to give them reassurance like you're giving कि देखो ये होता है, there is nothing to worry, there is nothing to be alarmed about as of now. ये चीज अपने आजू बाजू में कोई जा रहा हो या किसी को एम्बुलेंस लेने आई हो तो इस चीज के बारे में you need to be cautiously aware. So give them a realistic explanation of whatever is going on. Try to reason with them and it will take some time, but at the age of 7, I wouldn't worry too much about it.
Okay. So I think I'll go on a next question where, sir, I think it is not only one mom's question. Trust me, these days I'm getting such questions from most of the parents. So I think let's take it very generally. This is by a mom who says that my son is 8-year-old and all the time he's asking for watching TV, not taking much interest in finishing assignments or taking up any interest in doing assignments, not trying out new things, not ready for any kind of new things, and a lot of back answering since COVID times. So how can I deal with this?
दो चीजें हैं. देखिए, एक this is something which we usually discuss in any mental health awareness activity, that is screen time. Screen time को आप TV बोल दो, Zoom बोल दो, classes बोल दो, YouTube बोल दो, जो भी बोल दो. Eventually, it is sitting in front of a screen and watching it. तो ये चीज बढ़ तो गई है, कोविड आया तब से। किसकी बढ़ी है? सिर्फ बच्चे की बढ़ी है कि हमारी भी बढ़ी है? हमारी भी बढ़ी है, पूरी दुनिया की बढ़ी है। फाइनेंशियल मार्केट्स चेंज हो गई है, नई नई इंडस्ट्रीज क्रिएट हो गई है, इसी चीज के कारण नई अपॉर्चुनिटीज भी क्रिएट हुई है और नए चैलेंजेस भी क्रिएट हुए हैं। जो दुनिया आज से, अगर कोविड नहीं हुआ होता तो जो दुनिया आज से 10 साल बाद आने वाली थी वो अभी आ गई है, क्योंकि एग्जामिनेशंस कंप्लीटली ऑनलाइन शिफ्ट हो गए हैं, एजुकेशन कंप्लीटली ऑनलाइन शिफ्ट हो गया है। ज्यादातर हमारी जो चीजें ऑन ग्राउंड होती थी, पेरेंट टीचर्स मीटिंग ले लो, कोई कॉर्पोरेट स्टाफ मीटिंग ले लो, HR मीटिंग्स ले लो, ज्यादातर सब चीजें ऑनलाइन होती है अभी। तो द क्वेश्चन इज नॉट इज स्क्रीन टाइम गुड फॉर मी और नॉट, द क्वेश्चन इज हाउ मच एंड what should I watch when I am sitting in front of a screen? The screen is not a bad thing, and the screen is not something that you're going to be able to avoid going in the future. It is, आज से 20 साल पहले लोग ऐसा बोलते थे कि कंप्यूटर के सामने बैठना इज अ बैड थिंग, तो वो लोग बहुत पीछे रह गए, वो कंट्रीज पीछे रह गए। पूरे पूरे कंट्रीज जो ऐसा मानते थे कि कंप्यूटर के सामने बैठना इज अ बैड थिंग, वो कंट्रीज पीछे रह गए। तो one has to understand that this is the next step of evolution. We are going to have, your child is going to have a job, 90 to 95% chances ये है कि your child is going to have a job in which he sits in front of the computer for 5 hours a day or 6 hours a day. Even if he is working as a doctor or engineer or whatever, he is going to be in front of a screen for 5 to 6 hours a day going forward. So what you would want to hope for, or what you would want to do, is want to pick the content and try to channelize the content. तो आप डाइकोटोमस थिंकिंग रखोगे कि स्क्रीन टाइम चाहिए ही नहीं, स्क्रीन टाइम बुरा ही है, दैट इज नॉट अ सस्टेनेबल बिहेवियर ऑन योर पार्ट एज अ पेरेंट, बिकॉज आप ही फिर बोलोगे कि आप क्लास के लिए स्क्रीन के सामने बैठ जाओ, आप ट्यूशन के लिए स्क्रीन के सामने बैठ जाओ, आप होमवर्क के लिए स्क्रीन के सामने बैठ जाओ। तो दैट इज नॉट अ सस्टेनेबल बिहेवियर। हाँ, ये सस्टेनेबल है कि आप उसके जो ब्रेक्स में वो देखना पसंद करता हो या करती हो, वो ब्रेक्स में वो परमिट करिए, अलाउ करिए और उसको रिवॉर्ड भी करिए कि इफ फॉर 1.5 hours he or she has studied well, you allow 15-20 minutes of good permitted content which he or she enjoys, which also you get to decide which is good. कार्टून्स भी बहुत टाइप्स के हैं, अच्छे कार्टून्स भी है जो एंटरटेनमेंट के साथ वैल्यू भी देते हैं, एजुकेशन देते हैं। तो पैसिव लर्निंग, इसको पैसिव लर्निंग बोलते हैं कि देयर इज 80-90% एंटरटेनमेंट है, बट 10-15% कुछ एथिकल लेसन है या कुछ सोशल लेसन है या कुछ साइंटिफिक लेसन है, तो पैसिव लर्निंग हो रहा है उसमें बच्चे का, इवन ड्यूरिंग ब्रेक्स, तो दैट इज गुड. So it is always good to reward that and pick and choose. It is about how much and what, rather than it being about yes or no.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. I think the question what I have is the last one, and then we can ask the audience who are present here to ask if they wish to ask anything. My question is from a 5-year-old mother, and she says, my son is 5 years, and how can we cultivate good personality traits in him so that he grows up to be an honest, confident, independent, and responsible person, sir?
I guess it goes back to us going back to basics, है ना? Being, if we are a good mother and a good father, so your son will grow up to be a good son. If he or she sees that you are honest, straightforward individuals who treat each other, your parents, with respect, who treat your guests well, who don't backbite, कि guests आए घर पे तो उनके सामने अच्छे रहे, और फिर the moment the guests went, you started calling your best friend, started bitching about them. This is something that वो तो देख रहे हैं, बिग बॉस तो देख रहे हैं, तो it is about them observing you and learning from you that this is how people are. जैसे वो देखेंगे कि आप स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड, ऑनेस्ट, इमोशनल लोग हैं, जो एक दूसरे की रिस्पेक्ट करते हैं, जो पैसों की रिस्पेक्ट करते हैं, जो कोई घर पे आए तो उनको अच्छे से ट्रीट करते हैं, तो वो भी अच्छे स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड ऑनेस्ट लोग ही बनने वाले हैं. तो हाउ गुड योर चाइल्ड इज डिपेंड्स ऑन हाउ गुड अ ह्यूमन बीइंग यू आर, एंड यू कांट फेक इट. वो ऐसा ऑन ऑफ स्विच नहीं होगा. आप जितना भी ट्राई कर लो कि उसके सामने इतना मॉडरेट करेंगे, ये करेंगे, वो करेंगे, एक बार वो पाइप खुल गया ना, वहां से लीकेज हो गया, वो होने ही वाला है सूनर और लेटर. इट इज अ मैटर ऑफ टाइम.
True, true. It's all about, ethical practices. What you are doing, your child is to follow you naturally. Anyway, so the next question, I think Anand Modi sir, he's raising his hand. So Anand bhai, would you go on? And then Himani Ben also wish to ask a question. So that I already know.
I want to ask that if a child is active in some area like acting or dancing, then how can we promote him for his future?
Okay.
So, like we discussed towards the beginning of the session, कि दो चीजें हो सकती है. एक, उसको वो चीज अच्छी लगती है, जैसे मुझे ड्राइविंग अच्छा लगता है, तो हाँ, ये मान लिया कि मुझे इस चीज का शौक है, अक्नॉलेज भी कर लिया, मुझे अच्छा भी लगता है, आई अक्नॉलेज इट एंड आई लाइक डूइंग इट व्हेन आई एम फ्री. नाउ डू आई वांट टू कन्वर्ट इट इनटू अ प्रोफेशन? And even if I want to, that is not the end of the discussion. Even if I want to make it a profession, do people want to pay to watch me do that? तीन चीजें होती है. कोई भी चीज को आप अपना प्रोफेशन तब चूज करो, एक, जब आपको वो अच्छा लगता हो, if you like doing it. Second thing that you say is if you are good at doing it. And third, will people pay to you to do it? ये तीन questionnaires usually होते हैं. Do I like doing it? Am I good at doing it? And will people pay for me to do it? अगर ये तीनों के आंसर हाँ आते हो, and or if you're not sure and you want to explore it, so now in a city like Ahmedabad, there are so many theater workshops, there are so many platforms that you can give to your kid where he or she can try and flourish. Talent, like I said, if your child is gifted and if your child has extraordinary talent in one or the other field, trust me, वो छुपाए नहीं छुपेगा. वो आपको नहीं दिखेगा तो आपके फैमिली मेंबर्स को, आपके टीचर्स को, आपके आजू बाजू वालों को, किसी ना किसी को तो दिख ही जाएगा. और कॉन्स्टेंटली आपको वो लोग बोलेंगे कि आप ये क्यों ट्राई नहीं करते, ये क्यों ट्राई नहीं करते. अगर ऐसा है आपके चाइल्ड में, तो वो ट्राई करो. Give them that exposure and then see as to where they stand. This means that they like doing it. ये सिर्फ पहला ही आ गया. दूसरा, कि are they good at doing it, वो यहाँ पे चेक होगा. और उसका एक्सट्रीम, उसमें वो लोग 2 या 3 साल जब सस्टेन्ड मेहनत करेंगे, तो ये दो चीजें तो वापस चेक होंगी ही होंगी कि whether it was a temporary infatuation, कोई लड़की अच्छी लग गई थी उसके लुक्स के कारण, या सही में प्यार था, वो पता चल जाएगा. फिर वो प्यार अच्छा था, वो शादी कर सकते हैं या नहीं कर सकते, वो वाला प्यार था. और तीसरा, कि वो शादी टिकेगी या नहीं टिकेगी, वो भी पता चल जाएगा. तो ये तीन चीजें जब पता चले, then you can make a calculated move of converting it into a profession.
Okay, so the next person, Himani Ben, are you there?
Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Megha Ben, and thank you, Manan bhai. My daughter is 7-year-old, and I have been working, but because of pandemic now, since 1.5 years, it's work from home for both the parents. And एक consequences એવું આવ્યું છે કે when we try to minimize, when we, it was also kind of a guilt કે અત્યાર સુધી સમય નથી આપી શક્યા અને હવે સમય આપીએ છે. That resulted into too much of a dependency of a daughter on us in terms of bathing, in terms of eating, playing. એટલે જે 7 વર્ષની દીકરી માની લો એ પોતે નહીં જાતે શકે, બ્રશ જાતે કરી શકે, જાતે જમી શકે, એને બદલે હવે ઊંધું થઈ ગયું, which she was doing earlier. એ ઊંધું થઈ ગયું છે. એટલે now it's tough call. So we have been like gradually, it was a project for us કે આ મહિને આ એજન્ડા છે કે આજે આ વખતે મને બ્રશ જાતે કરવાની. But it's a tough task. And that transition is now not smooth. As in we have to be very, very strict with ourselves, with her, firm, determined. Thoughts થાય છે, પણ it's tiring process. And we also get confused in terms of how much self-dependence is fine at this age. Aren't we pushing her into too much, playing on her own? You play with her own because it's tiring for us also. કે આખો દિવસ એની સાથે નથી રમી શકાતું. Not in just in terms of time, પણ ઢીંગલી રમવું, આખો દિવસ ચાઇલ્ડ ટોક કરવું ના પણ ગમતું હોય તો then that also gives us a guilty કે ભાઈ. So that's the confusion and dilemma we had.
True, બહુ અન્ડરસ્ટેન્ડેબલ છે. પણ જ્યારે કોવિડ લોકડાઉન ચાલુ થયું ને તમને વર્ક ફ્રોમ હોમ કરવાની છૂટ મળી ત્યારે તમે જેનું બાળપણ પાછું માણવા માંડ્યા હતા ને,
I agree. I completely agree.
એ આદત ક્યાંક આપણે પાડી,
હા,
કારણ કે આપણને એમાં આપણો ક્યાંય વાંક નથી. બાળક આપણું બાળક આપણને ગમતું હતું, આપણે ખૂબ માણ્યું નતું, તો એ માણવાની મજા આવતી હતી. તો તમે બીજું કઈ ગુનો તો નથી કરી દીધો, તમે કઈ દારૂ તમાકુ ચરસ ગાંજો તો નથી કરી લીધો, તમે તમારું બાળક જ માણ્યું છે. તો એ વસ્તુ કઈ ગિલ્ટી ફીલ કરવા જેવી નથી. પણ હવે એ જ છે કે જેમ તમે એ વસ્તુ એનું બાળપણ માણ્યું એવી રીતે ધીરે ધીરે હવે એનું ઇન્ડિપેન્ડન્સ પણ માણવાનું છે કે એ પોતાની રીતે કંઈક કરતી થઈ જાય, કે પોતાની રીતે કંઈક કરે. અને એ બહુ લાંબુ નહીં, હવે પણ તમને બહુ માણવા બહુ નહીં મળે. આજકાલના બાળકોમાં 10-11 વર્ષે તો ઇન્ડિપેન્ડન્સની ગજબ ડ્રાઈવ આવી જતી હોય છે. તો જે છે એ છેલ્લા 2-2.5 વર્ષ છે. એટલે એ પણ તમારે જેટલું થોડું ઘણું માણવાની તમને ઓપોર્ચ્યુનિટી મળે છે એ માણી લો, અને પ્રમાણમાં જેટલું તમે કમ્ફર્ટેબલી ડિસ્ટન્સ રાખી શકો એ ડિસ્ટન્સ રાખો. બાકી આગલા 1.5-2 વર્ષમાં એવો સમય આવવાનો છે કે પછીનો આગલો દાયકો એને તમારી સામું પણ નહીં જોવું હોય. તો એ જે
એટલે એ નેચરલ પ્રોસેસ થશે, રાઈટ? that is what I hope we are not stopping it.
ના થશે જ ને. ક્યાં જશે? એ સમાજમાં જશે, પોતાના ફ્રેન્ડ્સને જોશે, એની અંદરની એક ડ્રાઈવ આવશે. આપણું અંદરનું સોફ્ટવેર છે. તો આપણે પેશાબ પાણી ઝાડા કરતા રોકી શકવાના છીએ કોઈને? કેટલુંય તમે એઝ પેરેન્ટ્સ કહી દો કે બેટા તારે શું નથી કરવાનું, કેટલુંય કહી દો, કેટલું સ્ટ્રિક્ટલી કહી દો, બાળકને મારી પીટી લ્યો અને બાળકના માથે બેસી જાઓ કે તારે શું નથી કરવાનું, એ થઈ શકવાનું છે? નથી થઈ શકવાનું. એ તો નેચરલ ડ્રાઈવ છે. that is how we work, that is how we function. 2-4 દિવસ મોડું કરાવી શકશો, શું કરી શકશું? એમાં આપણે એઝ પેરેન્ટ શું કરીને શું કરી શકવાના? પેલું ઓશો કહેતા ને કે તમે કરીને મનુષ્ય તરીકે કરી શું શકવાના? આ એના જેવું છે કે એમાં 4-6-12 મહિનાનો ફેર આવશે, બહુ વધારે નહીં આવે. પણ એની અંદરની જે ઇન્ડિપેન્ડન્સની ડ્રાઈવ છે તો આવશે જ. થોડું ઘણું હજી પણ માણી લો અને થોડું ઘણું એનું ઇન્ડિપેન્ડન્સ પણ માણો, અને sooner than later એની અંદર એ ડ્રાઈવ આપશે જ, ત્યારે એન્કરેજ કરજો.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Madanbhai. I think that was wonderful. અને I think ઘણા બધા લોકો નાની જગ્યાએ પોતાને કનેક્ટ કરીને વિચારતા હશે કે અરે આ મને કેટલું બધું લાગે વળગે છે. So now the next question is by Jyoti Pal. Jyoti Ben, you can unmute yourself and ask a question.
मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है कि जैसे अभी बच्चे ये ऑनलाइन स्टडीज के कारण टाइमिंग्स भी ऐसे हो गए तो आराम से उठते हैं, राइट? मेरा 11 ईयर का लड़का है, 8:30 का क्लास है तो 7:15 या 8 बजे उठ के जो फटाफट रेडी होके बैठ जाएगा क्लास के लिए. तो अभी एक एज ऐसी आ रही है कि हम लोग सोच रहे थे कि उसको हॉस्टल में डालें. अगर बच्चे को हम हॉस्टल में डालते हैं तो क्या वो पेरेंट्स के लिए फिर नेगेटिव इफेक्ट डालते हैं मन में कि इसने हमको दूर कर दिया, मतलब जो पेरेंटिंग हम लोग कर रहे हैं?
डिपेंड करता है कि आप
फॉर हॉस्टल एंड इज इट कि नहीं भी डाले तो भी बच्चा वो सब बैलेंस कर लेता है?
देखिए, these things are something which is stigmatized in our society. हॉस्टल में बच्चा जाता है पढ़ने के लिए is a thing which is stigmatized in our society, but काफी सारी societies में it is a part of growing up. कुछ साल का डिस्टेंस लर्निंग या बीइंग डिफरेंट फ्रॉम, एंड ये भी अपने अभी के मॉडर्न इंडिया में दिस इज समथिंग विच इज स्टिग्मेटाइज्ड. बचपन में पहले पुराने इंडिया में तो लोग कहाँ पे जाते थे पढ़ने के लिए? गुरुकुल जाते थे, है ना? पेरेंट्स के पास रहते ही नहीं थे। अमीर से अमीर बच्चा, क्षत्रिय का बच्चा भी वहीं पे जाता था, ब्राह्मण का बच्चा भी वहीं पे जाता था, सब लोग वहीं पे जाते थे। तो ऐसा तो नहीं है कि बच्चे का डेवलपमेंट रुक जाएगा, बट आप क्यों भेज रहे हो बच्चे को? व्हाट इज योर मोटिव? तो बच्चे को गिल्ट रहेगा या नहीं रहेगा, ये आपका क्वेश्चन नहीं है। आप मुझे पूछ वो रहे हो, आपका क्वेश्चन ये है कि क्या मुझे गिल्ट रहेगा मैं बच्चे को भेजूंगी हॉस्टल पर?
मुझे गिल्ट तो नहीं रहेगा, मुझे लग रहा है कि मैं तो सेट
क्योंकि
होना
आपको अभी पता नहीं है, आपने अभी तक भेजा नहीं, बट आपको अंदर से ये चीज सता रही है कि मैं भेज दूंगी,
तो
उसके
वो
बाद क्या होगा?
मन से दूर तो नहीं चला जाता।
इनफैक्ट I would really like to ज्योति जी नहीं सुनाई दे रहा है, कुछ भी नहीं
की आवाज नहीं है।
हाँ, I think I would really like to ask this question in relevance to what she asked, because there are a lot of people asking me this question as a teacher, that is it the right time to send my child to the hostel, and the child has just entered 6th grade, that means 11-year-old. And that question has become very common. And this year itself, I know 6 children, and out of those 2 were siblings. So સાથે એક સાથે હોસ્ટેલમાં મોકલી દીધા, એટલે કોઈકને આશ્રમમાં મોકલ્યા, કોઈકને હોસ્ટેલમાં મોકલ્યા, પણ પોતાનાથી દૂર. Somehow as teacher I always feel that as a mom also, if it's running away from our own responsibility, I guess. Am I thinking in the right direction, Manan bhai?
I guess, see, there are no scientific evidences to say that this is the right age to send someone to hostel. There are no studies which would say कि भाई चलो આ એજ પહેલા તમે હોસ્ટેલ મોકલો ને તો બહુ ખરાબ છે, ને આ એજ પછી તમે હોસ્ટેલ મોકલો તો બહુ સારું છે. By and large, the age at which people usually are thinking about sending their children to a hostel is usually around their puberty, or usually around their pre-teens to teens. A lot of it is probably also because children tend to become very difficult to manage at around this age group. It is very difficult to manage them. They are usually becoming very rebellious. But this is also the time which will decide the kind of bond that they share with you. So if you are willing to stick by them at this time, if you are willing to get through their puberty, they will either come to you for their puberty questions, their puberty rebelliousness, their puberty issues, or they will go to their hostel and ask their mates or their friends about it. क्या तो जैसे कहीं तो जाएंगे, उनके पास सब जवाब नहीं है, and it is their natural drive to look for answers. So you, given the kind of resources that you have at your disposal, given the kind of education that you have at your disposal, it is always good for children to stay with their parents with the kind of independence that they can have, with the kind of independence that they should need to grow. Meaning कि पेरेंट्स के साथ रहना मतलब ये नहीं होना चाहिए कि ओवर प्रोटेक्टेड रहना, बट हॉस्टल भेज के अपनी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी से हाथ धो देने में शायद आपको ही ज्यादा गिल्ट होगा. बच्चा तो ठीक है 2 महीने में संभल जाएगा, और अगर उसको यहाँ पे आप रख के, मैं वही बोल रहा था कि आप रख के कितना रख पाओगे अपने पास? 18 तक रख पाओगे ना. फिर कॉलेज तो अहमदाबाद में ऐसे सभी कॉलेजेस तो है नहीं कि आपके बच्चे को अहमदाबाद में ही एडमिशन मिलेगा, उसके बाद तो शायद उसको जाना ही पड़ेगा. तो 18 साल तक इफ यू हैव द लग्जरी ऑफ एंजॉइंग योर चाइल्ड and your child has the luxury of enjoying you, why are you taking it away from each other?
I think wonderful. That is what I was expecting, and I think on the right lines. Thank you for endorsing that as such a learned person. So thank you, and I think we really had good time together, Manan bhai. Thank you so much for addressing all the questions which were being sent by parents. And if any of you wish to ask anything, the last one we can take it up. If you you would like to unmute yourself and ask in specific. Okay, any parent would like to speak anything? Any parent who has not asked up till now? Yes, our parent wishes to ask. So Bapa, please go on. That's Salim's father, Manan bhai.
Oh, we were looking forward to meet you someday.
Hello, Manan bhai. How are you? Yes.
I was really looking forward to talk to you someday soon.
Oh, fine. Thank you very much. In this pandemic time, I have seen that many of the children's psyche has has been getting a new threat in the form of the fear, or rather, I would say phobia of COVID or coronavirus. So children say they are always scared of if I do something, this corona will enter, corona will attack me. Even if, when they go out, they are scared of getting infected. So what is the way out to see that they are less and less scared of this unimaginative threat?
I think, sir, the children are just mirroring us, aren't they? જ્યારે પહેલું લોકડાઉન આવ્યું, जब पहला लॉकडाउन आया था एंड ऑफ मार्च लास्ट ईयर, तब कोविड के कोई ज्यादातर केसेस तो थे नहीं. There was hardly any COVID in India, but that is where our cumulative fears had peaked. वो 3-4 महीने में हम सबसे ज्यादा डरे हुए थे.
Yes.
तो by psychology terms ऐसा भी बोल सकते हैं कि it was a mass fear वाला एक हम सबका जोन था, जब हम सबकी मेंटल हेल्थ ऐसी थी कि मैं ये भी करूंगा तो भी कोविड आ जाएगा, वो भी करूंगा तो भी कोविड आ जाएगा, ये भी करूंगा तो भी कोविड आ जाएगा. वो डर हमारा भी आज के दिन में थोड़ा कम हुआ है. We would say 50-60% कम हुआ है. With second wave, a lot of that fear has again come back.
Yes.
I think not in the case of all the children. There are many who still go through the same
Why
fear,
children? Papa, why children? No, most of many adults also in India, because
that's okay.
Yes, Manan.
Even adults. So
yes.
And we are, the children will just mirror our curve. They will be just थोड़े 4-6 महीने लेट होंगे हमसे, but they will mirror our curve. So आज से 1 साल बाद, जो आज की तारीख को 19 जून 2021 को हमारी काफी सारी बिलीफ्स हमको ये लगती है कि ये करने से कोरोना चला जाएगा, वो 19 जून 2022 को हमें आज की भी बिलीफ्स काफी सारी इररेशनल लगेंगी. तो अभी तो हम भी काफी जगह इररेशनल थॉट्स और बिलीफ्स में हैं, and our children are just mirroring us but are a couple of months behind us in regards to those irrational beliefs. So by and large, as we give them time, as they start seeing that we are relaxed and news anchors are not shouting at the top of their voices कि COVID हो गया, every newspaper that comes to our house is not having a headline about corona. The world moves on. Still the fact remains that people die more of TB in India than they do of corona. That still hasn't changed even after 2020. So just getting to terms with the fact and starting a life in the post-COVID era is going to solve that automatically, I feel.
So
okay, thank you.
In fact, it was very nice to see both psychology experts on the same screen. So I think by you are right. We had talked a lot about you, Bapa and Ma, both actually.
See, the thing is that children cannot much differentiate between what is rational and what is irrational fear. So I believe it's a duty of the parents to see that their fear are not transmitted to the children. That is what I think you mean to say. So it is the duty of the parent to see that children do not go into this kind of unimaginative or unimaginable kind of fear of COVID.
True.
I think it is wonderful. I have kept
Thank
Ma
you very
also on the spotlight, and she also can just wave at you, Manan bhai, because both of them are practicing human behavior. मानव संबंधो भणावता था એટલે આખી જિંદગી એ જ. Anyway, so thank you very much, Ma Bapa, and thank you very much, Manan bhai, for being with us. I think it was wonderful as expected, and thank you, બેહાથ જોડીને બહુ જ મજા પડી.
So much.
તબિયત સાથે આટલું શોર્ટ નોટિસ તમે હા પાડી અને ભલે અમે પેરેન્ટ્સ ને મોડું કીધું પણ આઈ એમ શ્યોર આપણે ફેસબુક લાઈવ કર્યું છે અને વી સ્ટીલ હેવ અ રેકોર્ડિંગ which will be making YouTube link also for the same. So I think we can stop it right there. First I'll stop the live streaming. Thank you very much again, and thank you very much, all the audience or parents who were with us. I hope you all are satisfied with the answers what you got. Manan bhai's yes, Krupa Ben, thank you very much for showing that thumbs up. Yes. So Manan bhai, all of you, all the parents, if you still have any questions, some of the parents are still present and they know that Manan bhai has been very reciprocative. You can always contact him. Okay, he is Dr. Manan Thakrar, and if you wish to have his number also for any kind of communication, I will definitely pass it on to you. And he's still from England also. He does his consultations on weekend. Manan bhai, am I correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
In fact, last time you just said one line, this time you did not say it. So for my parents, I think I should say that first of all, we have to agree to disagree that we need some kind of treatment. Okay, so or a child needs some kind of treatment. So once we try agreeing to that fact, probably, then somebody can help with that. Am I correct, Manan bhai?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for having me. It was such a wonderful honor, and you have been an inspiration to me. I have had the honor of visiting Sinotech, and anyone who hasn't been there, I feel they should go there, see the amount of passion that she has for her work, which is truly inspirational. So I'm glad that such an institution exists in Ahmedabad, and congratulate you for doing the great work. I'm really looking forward to doing something like this again soon.
Absolutely. Let's do it. Last time, as I said, that let's ask questions from children, because they also must be having some questions for their parents. ये नहीं कर रहे, वो नहीं कर रहे, we should एकदम आराम से उनको पूछना चाहिए कि तू मुझे लिखा दे, no phone required, you tell me the question for mama or question for daddy and let's address them, है ना? I think that would be wonderful. So thank you again for being with us, and thank you very much, everyone. Good night.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.